All right, so ladies and gentlemen, once you have made a copy of the proportion practice space, this is what you are going to do. You are going to go to the Martin Scholar site, either one of them. If ArtNet will not work because you're on a school laptop, you can use the other site that is linked. You are going to pick one of his celebrity portraits. There's all kind of crazy ones. Who was it I was going to do? Yeah, I was going to do her. So I'm going to pick her. I am going to click her and drag her over, and that's going to insert her picture in. I am then going to put her picture in the big circle, and I'm going to make her as big as I possibly can. Oop, not using that corner because that corner will tilt it. So I'm going to make her as big as I possibly can. I am then going to look at and figure out where are her proportion lines. So I'm going to pen. I'm going to pick a color that will show up. I can pick blue. I am going to hold shift and drag. Because if I hold shift and drag, it makes a nice straight line. I can undo because that one's not quite in the right spot. Hold shift and drag. There we go. Nice spot all the way around, across. Then I'm going to go, so that was the eyes. I'm going to do the note line for the nose. Across. I'm going to do this. I'm going to choose to do the mist. Oopsie, and that's when I didn't hit shift. So I'm going to do the Miss Chester center line, and that's not quite center. So I'm going to undo. See, even Miss Chester doesn't do it right. Get it in position, shift and hold. Oop. Undo. Doesn't have to be perfect, but try to get it pretty close. There we go. That's better. Centered there. And then I've got to do the line to the chin, at the bottom of the chin, across. I am then going to do the line for the mouth, across. I am then going to do the line where the top of the head goes, across. And then I'm going to do the hairline, across. And I'm going to do the top of the ears. Her top of the ears is here, and her bottom of the ears is here. And then I'm going to look at the neckline. Oop, that one's a little off. I'm going to do the neckline. There we go. Down. Now I'm going to look at the so now that I have all the horizontals for those, now I'm going to do the verticals. So I'm going to drag a line from the corner of her nose up, and it's a little off, but it is lined up. So let's try the corner of the eye to the corner of the nose. There we go. Corner of the eye to the corner of the nose. Her nose is pretty good. Corner of the mouth up. It's not quite at center eye. So I'm looking at what are those lines like for her? How do they line up to each other? If I look at where the edge of her eyes are here, the edge of her lines are here. If I want to, this one is optional. If I want to do the Miss Russell version, I can do the circles over the eyes. Whoop. Undo. If you accidentally move your portrait, I can do the circles. Oop, that one's not quite a circle. Can I duplicate that? Yeah, I can. And then I can duplicate it to put it over here. And I can see, let's see. Oh, that's why. That's what I have to do. Delete. I can always delete. If I don't like something, I can delete. So if I want to do that circle and I want to be able to see through it, I got to do transparent. And I'm going to hold shift. That doesn't help me. I'm going to get that eye hole. I'm going to duplicate it so that I have two. I'm going to drag it over. And now I have figured out, maybe not. I have figured out her proportions. So I have done lines for all of these, both verticals and horizontals. I have looked at, oh, that's the other one I've got to do. I've got to do the edge of her head If I do the edge of her head this way, where's the edge of her head? Where's the edge of her head? Where are her ears? Where are her ears? Okay. So now I can look at this and say, if I measure this with my fingers, I can say, oh, her nose and her eyes are the same size. And I'm starting to see that grid on a person. That is the point of this activity, is to start to see this grid on a real person before you start putting the grid on yourself. So the last step is to share. You're going to go to share. You're going to, mine is anyone on the internet can view. You want to make sure yours is anyone from Howard County School Systems can view. I don't need to be able to edit. I just need to be able to view. Copy that link and submit it to today's Canvas assignment. And you are done.